What's up, guys? I'm Shelby. Today I'm going to teach you about tornadoes. So tornadoes are the most devastating thing in the world. You can die from them. You can die from tornadoes. Here's facts about tornadoes. They are favorable for severe storms and tornado development. That's the Tornado Watch. The F1 tornado. 110 miles per hour winds, 6.0 mile path, and 40 yards wide. So if you want to stay safe during a tornado, here's what you do. 1. You do not hide under a tree. 2. You go to a storm shelter somewhere near that's safe. 3. You do not hide in your car. If you see a tornado, go to the nearest storm shelter. Or go to ask somebody to invite you in their house. 5. You do not, here's the thing, you do not, I'm going to say it again, you do not run from a tornado. If you do, even though you run or not, it will still catch you and kill you. You can die from tornadoes. You can not live. So here's how I'm going to show videos of tornadoes on YouTube. Oh, that's my mom. Sorry. That was my mom. You won't believe. No. Okay, so tornado news. Let's suck at this. Less. So, what are tornadoes? We're gonna watch this video.
That a twist.
Okay, here we go.
The weather is a funny thing. One day it can be sunny and warm, perfect day for sunglasses and flip-flops, but the next day it can be cold and rainy. Most of the time, the weather doesn't give us anything that we can't handle, with maybe some sunscreen or an umbrella or a snow shovel. But sometimes, and in some places, there can be extreme weather, like big thunderstorms or hurricanes or snowstorms. And one of the most powerful kinds of extreme weather out there is a type of a storm that scientists pay close attention to: tornadoes. A tornado is a fast-spinning column of air that stretches all the way from a thunderstorm cloud in the sky down to the Earth's surface. Because tornadoes turn and twist as they move, they're sometimes called twisters. They form inside really big thunderstorms when cold, dry air moving from one direction bumps into warm, wet air coming from a different direction. Because the cold air is heavier, it slides down under the warm air and pushes it up really fast. All this fast-moving air rushing up and down can create a sort of spinning thunderstorm, and it can eventually keep going to form a tornado. And when a tornado forms, it can be one of the most powerful forces in nature. Tornado winds are the strongest in the world, even stronger than hurricanes. In some twisters, we know that the wind can blow to almost 500 kilometers an hour, strong enough to lift.
So, did you hear that? This is very important. Tornadoes can do 500 kilometers an hour winds. My husband got hit by a tornado once. it did not go well. So this is one of the things that tornadoes can do. They can go round and round and round and keep going. And then here's another one. But this ended up like this. Luckily it didn't go everywhere. So, sorry I was blocking it. So tornadoes can kill you. They can. This is why I never run well. Ever.
To lift heavy things like cars and trucks into the air. And they're loud too. People who have seen them or even been in them say they sound like giant roaring trains. But they don't move as fast as a speeding train. Usually tornadoes travel across the land at about 50 kilometers an hour, slower than most cars go. Now, weather can be really unpredictable, which means that you just can't predict or know what's going to happen before it happens. And that's especially true for tornadoes. These windy storms can speed up or even stand still, and they can last anywhere from a few seconds to as long as an hour. While tornadoes can happen all over the world, they're most common in the United States. About 2/3 of all the tornadoes in the world happen right down the middle of the country, from the Dakotas down to Texas, especially in the late spring and early summer. Because tornadoes are so powerful and so unpredictable, meteorologists spend a lot of time studying them. They want to understand more about exactly how and when tornadoes can form, and hopefully predict when they'll show up. There are even people called storm chasers who follow big storms around the middle of the U.S., hoping to spot one as it turns into a tornado, so we can get a better picture of what really happens when a twister forms. Scientists still don't know for sure when a tornado is going to happen, but they have gotten better at predicting which thunderstorms might be strong enough to create one. And if they spot a bad-looking storm early enough, then they can give people who live nearby a warning that a twister might be coming. That's one of the most important jobs that a meteorologist has, helping people get ready for extreme weather. So the more they learn about tornadoes, the better we can prepare for them, and the more they can help us understand how our weather works, even when it's not so extreme. I hope the weather is nice where you are. And if you have any questions for any of us here at the fort about weather, animals, space, or anything, just let us know by leaving a comment or emailing us at kids@thescishow.com. Thanks for joining us, and see you next time.
Anywhere on Earth. Anywhere on Earth. So, what else? This is what you do during a tornado.
Blankets. Use your arms to protect. If your area is under a tornado warning, act now. You may only have a few minutes to get to safety. Seek shelter immediately. Go to a safe room, basement, storm cellar, or the lowest level in a sturdy building. If there is no basement, go to the center of the building and away from windows and doors. Put as many walls as possible between you and the outside.